Greetings, everybody. Today is Wednesday, and we continue our daily Psalms for Hope. And so today we're going to be looking at Psalm 75. So let's get our Bibles out, and let's look at what this has to say. This is a Psalm of Asaph, not of David. It says, "We give thanks to you, O God. We give thanks, for your name is near. We recount your wondrous deeds. At the set time that I appoint, I will judge with equity. When the earth totters and all its inhabitants, it is I who keep steady its pillars. I say to the boastful, do not boast. To the wicked, do not lift up your horn. Do not lift up your horn on high or speak with haughty neck. For not from the east or from the west, and not from the wilderness comes lifting up. But it is God who executes judgment, putting down one and lifting up another. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup with foaming wine, well mixed, and he pours it out, and he pours out from it. And all the wicked of the earth shall drain it down to the dregs. But I will declare it forever. I will sing praises to the God of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked I will cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be lifted up." Today, I am recording this on Tuesday, which is election day, so I do not know who the winner will be, and this is Wednesday, so you probably know or may not know, depending on what happens with some other ballots that have not been counted yet. But anyway, I thought of this. This is really a good psalm, and today we're going to decide who our next president is, and I must say, whoever that is, we have to understand that God is still in control, and that he is the one who is going to lift up the ones who need to be lifted up, so that his appointed time, the time of judgment, that he has set aside and knows exactly when that will be, everything has to align for that to happen. And so whoever our president is, we have to pray for that person. We have to accept that person, and we have to move on in faith, knowing that God is in control. At the set time that I appoint, I will judge with equity. When the earth totters and all its inhabitants, it is I who keep steady its pillars. You know, I read this on March 18th, and I wrote in the note beside verse 3, COVID-19. That was 8 months ago. And here we are in the throes of an election of which can decide a lot, of which a lot of people have been anxious about, a lot of people have been concerned about. And the bottom line is that after today, whoever it is, that will be our president, and we have to move on. We have to, as Christians, in faith, fall to that faith, because God is setting a time. God is aligning a time for when he is going to come, and our lives are to be lived in readiness for that time. You know, no matter what happens, whether it's COVID, whether it's an election of a person who you don't want to have in there, whatever the situation is, it does not change that fact. God is in control. And so today, I know it's Wednesday, and I know, but for me it's Tuesday. And I have to accept whatever outcome there is, but in faith move on. in faith, move on and actually develop that relationship that I have with my God in a more intimate way. Because he is setting the time, and the appointment is coming. And the question will be for us, are we ready? Regardless of the president, regardless of politics or what happens in our society, we have to, in our own hearts and minds, be ready. Because he will come and he is going to judge with equity. And us as inhabitants of this land, we got to move on. And we got to live in that faith, because he is going to get us through it. He has so far with all this COVID stuff. He has so far with all the unrest. He has so far with all the things that have happened in history. When a people rely on and trust in him, he gets us through it, and he will get you through this. He will get me through this. And so today, let that be your prayer. Let that be your hope as we move on from this day. God's blessings, and be a blessing whenever and wherever you can.